Hello and welcome to Dream Team Coach TV. I'm Sean Burke, joining me is Andy Taylor, Jack Townsend, and the Battle of Stalingrad, it's Graham Marshall.
They just get better.
That is the best one, actually. I really like it.
Thank you. Yeah, we're going into history now. I really, I was on rhyme.com and thesaurus.net, I'm really using all of my options at this stage. Thank you for joining us, guys. The mystery word game is still going as well this week. Yeah, so if you don't want to know what it is, and you want to play along,
Who is it?
the mind games are off as usual.
Yeah, but we remember promises mean nothing on this game.
Well, they mean nothing to you, do they?
Jack. It was Jack last week, wasn't it? So who's going to join me on the voyage of trying to find who it is then?
Well, I mean, based off of that, it's got to be me. But now I don't know. Do promises mean anything?
A few people have been asking where Nick is since we've been back. Well, as soon as he heard about the coronavirus, he assumed it was computer related and threw his laptop in a canal, just to be sure. But I'm sure he'll be back when we can return to our beloved studio. We can make do for now with this cast of characters we've got here.
Put me back in the gallery. Put me out of the studio.
Banish you where you belong. Right, we also set you a task before this week's episode to come up with the most creative Zoom backgrounds possible. Have you had much luck in that endeavour, lads?
I think I've got a good one that I think you'll recognise and I think is relevant.
All right. Yes, I like that.
Hang on a minute. Let me just introduce.
This is
someone.
fine.
This is fine.
Beautiful.
Let me just introduce someone.
Oh,
there he is.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, hello, mate. How you doing?
That's sensational. I didn't know you could do video backgrounds.
I did know you could do it, but my Mac won't do it.
I'm a legend. I am an absolute legend. Look, he's introduced himself, look.
Fuck, we don't. The world does not need two Andys.
That's pretty good.
Look at he loves me. He can't get enough of me. Look at him.
How long did you sit recording yourself this morning?
Well, we'll find out, won't we? Look, he's so in tune.
He's
just buzzing about everything I'm saying. Look, he just can't get enough. He's just looking at me. Oh, look, he's laughing again.
Someone's laughing at your jokes.
Oh, hey! Oh, he's nicked my mug. Jesus. Yeah, I know. Steady on. All right, mate. Jesus. All right, we're all friends here, mate.
Jesus, it goes on.
Okay.
I mean, that's top of it.
that's outstanding.
Spectacular.
I went down more the meme route. My favourite meme I've seen during lockdown is this.
What is it?
This is when you're waiting for the lifeguard to give you the green light down the slide. I just loved that. So I thought, I can't just put that. So just a player checking if the player stopped after a live contact. It's a very poor effort, but it's just all I had time for.
I like it though. I love it. Love a meme background. Graz is going with a meme. You've gone with a meme.
I've got a different meme if you want to go for that one.
Yeah.
I need to work out what side I need to be because I'm mirrored or something.
Let me see.
I think it's this.
Yes,
the reversal of the
Nice.
jealous.
That's very good.
Bear with me 2 minutes, right? Because I've been messing around with Zoom backgrounds as well.
Okay.
And I had an idea, and it actually worked out, right? So hold on there.
Excited.
Chat amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Oh, is he going to be...
hello. This isn't going to work, is it? Or is it?
Oh, nice.
Well said. Right. I tell you what, it went down in my estimation when he said that, right? Because I tell you now, I would love it. Love it.
Okay. Pretty good.
All right, what have we got next?
Well.
Oh. Hang on. That one might not work.
Oh yeah, that's.
You're Maradona's armpit.
Oh, you lost it. You lost the blue.
Oh no.
Oh.
Hey, quick scream. Oh, sensational.
And then a good old fashioned Well, now I'm just on the post-match interview. Yeah,
That's
it was
a
a good
good
game.
one.
You know, I lost my
That is a good
entire
one.
body, but you know, hopefully it grows back by next week. But yeah, good game.
Good work.
This is the Bear
Top
Grylls
marks all
shirt.
round.
Thank
Very
you.
well there.
Thank you.
Well, hello.
Come on, Andy. Come on, Andy. Clap.
Yeah, the second Andy didn't want to go for that.
All right. Well, in football news, Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, headed by Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, is poised to purchase Newcastle United. If this goes ahead, Newcastle United would have the richest owners in the Premier League and a human rights record even worse than their away one. If you were a Newcastle fan, would you care about the reputation of your owners if they were bankrolling you big time?
I wasn't ready for the away record line. That really tickled me.
But
It's not funny, but it is.
some people, I've seen a lot of chat, like, I was on Reddit yesterday and some people were saying, oh, fans don't care about that. Like, whoever's bought them, as long, if they're still, like, bankrolling the club, like, in the way that Man City was, would they care? Would you care?
I think I've got to agree. I can't see, unless the bankrolling affects like the way the club. I don't know if it affects it in a bad light.
Yeah.
Players, fans will obviously care. So, for AK, you know, the Cardiff City owners changing the kit colour, changing the badge, or you know, when Mike Ashley renamed St James's Park for a little bit of time, that's when fans will start caring because they're being affected directly.
Yeah.
But when there's a money being rolled in and they're getting new players and there's the opportunity to, you know, improve. Like, I think it's going to be quite. I can't imagine many fans are going to stand up and say no.
Yeah. If there's...
Like,
We look at the reputation.
You like to think that you would, don't you? Because like, you like to think that if someone with like you know, the human rights thing and like Amnesty International are calling this morning or whatever it was for the Premier League to do something about it, you like to think that if it was your club, you'd be like, you know, that is pretty bad. We'll have to see how it goes. But how quickly would you turn around on that if, you know, you started winning and you started getting in big players and you started to kind of forget who the owners were because, you know, you won the Prem or you won the FA Cup and then you won the Prem and then you were winning in the Champions League, and it's like, how quickly would you forget about what is, you know, still quite a dodgy thing in a way.
Yeah, yeah. Andy, what do you think?
Well, I mean, I had an argument with a friend yesterday because he just said that the media overhypes Newcastle fans and that he said that they're going to be like unbearable. And I just couldn't disagree more. I think actually Newcastle are one of the fan bases that are proper in football. I mean, we've all been to Newcastle and it's just, football is life up there. And I've heard a lot of people debating like what makes a club a big club. And maybe they're not a massive club like Man United, but for a club to be that important to an entire city, I think makes them like quite a big club. I mean, I've got an article here, and this is probably the most like, just because I've just been stunned about how actually rich they are. So his name has got about 7 names. Crown Prince Mohammed Zamboni Hassan bin Salam is 26 times richer than Roman Abramovich.
26. Jesus.
I mean, do you remember when, just cast your minds back to when Abramovich came in? We were just like blown away by how much money that guy had. And this geezer's got 26 times more.
Can I call out that name?
What?
What do you call
What, his
it?
name?
Yeah, is that genuinely his name, or is
Yeah.
that? I can
reckon
imagine
so.
that bit.
Yeah, that's genuinely
that-
his name.
The only reason I don't think it's a mystery word is because I don't think that Sean would have set it. Not that that wouldn't have been a way for Andy to get it in. I think that's...
Well, actually, what part of the name stood out?
Can we hear the name again, please?
No.
Alright, so it's a mystery word in the
it's
name then.
bin Salam or something. Was probably.
I wasn't listening.
Go on, Andy.
Sean,
read
you
it out
can't
again.
call me out. You can't call me. You're the host,
can't.
mate.
I can't call you out.
All right. Well, if we don't have a specific word, we're gonna have to move on.
Well, he won't read it again. The mystery word was in there, ladies and gentlemen, and and you'll have known that.
I'm not reading it again. That's not how this works. He doesn't
I've
know
called
what
you
I've
out.
said. He doesn't know what
Yeah,
I've
I
said.
have.
So
I've
why
just-
would I
I've
call?
called
Why
you-
would I call my
I
own
called
word
you
out?
out on the name.
I called you out. I
That's-
called you out on the name.
I'm not having that. I will quit this hangout if I get called out on that. I tell you that right now.
What?
All right, then how do I quit this? Let me.
He's actually leaving.
You can't. If he can't tell me what the word I said was, that's like me going at the end. It's like me going at the end of the show. Oh, yeah, I remember that word, Jack. What was that word you said again? Oh, yeah, that one.
It's a
Yeah.
bit more specific
Alright,
than that now.
All right, bin salam. Was it that?
No.
I fully wasn't listening.
King.
I don't think you said
You
king
can't
at
call,
all.
you can't
I
call
can,
me out.
well, I
You
can.
can't call me out on a word. You don't even know what I said, Os.
All right, folks, it's quizness time. Seeing as there's no results to talk about, let's test our football knowledge. We're going to have 3 rounds of questions, and you can play along at home too if you promise not to cheat. Thierry Henry has just left the chat. Okay, round 1 is the topical round, and we'll be playing higher or lower. And this time it's with regards to football wealth, which we were just talking about. So, how it works is I'm going to name the owners of 2 clubs in each question, and you have to guess who has more money. Got it?
All right.
Sweet.
Question 1. Who has more money? Sheikh Mansour of Man City or Dietrich Mateschitz, owner of RB Leipzig, among other.
Oh, you sneaky.
All right, question 2. Okay, question 2. Right, who has more money? Andrea Agnelli of Juventus or Roman Abramovich of Chelsea?
Ooh.
All right, question 3. Nasser El Khelaifi, owner of PSG, and Stan Kroenke, owner of Arsenal.
Would you like to bring your Stan Kroenke impression back out after we used to do the...
Oh yeah.
What?
What would he be saying?
Oh, yeah. Yay.
It's
I got more money.
Yeah.
Hey, Stan Kroenke here.
Yeah.
I am definitely less wealthy than the PSG owners because
Yeah.
they own BN Sports and they're just from Qatar, and there's like Andy Gray and Richard Keys out there, and they're just so, I mean, yeah, just banner, guys, just banner.
All right, question 4. Who has more money? Joe Lewis of Spurs or John Henry of Liverpool?
Ooh.
All right, and the last one. Who has more money? Dale Vince of Forest Green Rovers or John Radford of Mansfield Town?
Oh, we are down.
Yeah.
That's suddenly taken a turn. I like that though.
Thought I'd throw in a lower league one just for a bit of balance. Question 1. The answer is Sheikh Mansour.
Oh,
Right, so
of City.
yeah, Andy, you got that, and Jack, you did not.
neither did I.
Neither did you, Graz. Okay, question 2. It's Andrea Agnelli of Juventus.
Is it?
Yep.
Damn.
Andy got that as well.
I'm
Okay.
gonna win.
Okay.
Of course he did.
Question 3. Stan Kroenke.
Is he
Oh.
really?
Surprisingly.
No.
Yeah.
I thought
No.
I had a sneaky suspicion that was going to be a trick question.
Yeah, I know.
No way.
Yeah.
That's a real.
And,
That's a big
and
surprise.
Arsenal are still
Yeah, I know. Okay, question 4. It's Joe Lewis.
Is it? Still.
Graz, have you got anything yet, mate?
No, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Neither.
And Andy, you got
Have you
that
not?
one as well. Jack, you got nothing.
Wow, in a straight 50-50.
And then lastly, it's Dale Vince of Forest Green Rovers.
I got
Yes,
0.
he's off the mark.
Absolutely 0.
You got none, Graz.
Yeah.
Oh, mate. Hard
Yeah.
luck. I made that
I mean,
more
like
difficult.
I say, in a straight 50-50, that is possible.
Yeah,
Like-
true.
It's also less likely.
Andy, you got 4 out of 5, I believe.
Is it? It's just as likely as it is unlikely.
I'm just as likely to get all 5 right as I am to get all 5 wrong.
Yeah.
If I don't know the answer.
Right, so Andy has 4. Jack, you have 1. Graham,
Yeah,
you
let's not talk about it.
have none. Let us know in the comments how you fared below as well. Be honest. and just let's see. Like, I mean, Graz has set the bar for doing badly.
Very
So
low.
You can't do worse than Graz.
so
You
there's
actually
no
can't.
harm in letting us know. Okay, next up, it's the
Bring back
Player of the Week round, where we focus on one player in particular, and for our inaugural
like this.
episode, it's JJ Okocha, a Premier League legend who I have many fond memories of watching, despite the fact he played for Bolton. True or false for all of these, except the last one.
Okay.
Okay.
True or false?
I think you'll fare better in this one, Grad. Question 1. His name isn't JJ.
What?
His name isn't.
Sounds like the beginning of a song.
His name isn't JJ. Okay, question 2. He has more Premier League goals than Alvaro Morata.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a great question. I have no idea what the answer is, but it is a
Yeah, you think
fantastic question.
you have an idea, and then you think about it, and you're like, Question 3. He's got more Premier League assists than Xabi Alonso.
I think he was
Okay. Question 4. He acquired Turkish citizenship while at Fenerbahce.
oh. I mean, that's one of those ones that sounds like it could be true, isn't it? Like,
Why would Sean make that up? Is what you got to ask yourself.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, because he's devious.
Okay, and the last one. It's not a true or false one,
Nope.
but his nephew is a professional footballer too. Who is he? All right. Okay. Question 1. His name isn't JJ. That is true.
Yes.
His brother's name is James, so his actual name is Augustine Azuka Okocha. Okay, question 2. He has more Premier League goals than Alvaro Morata. That is false.
Oh,
Yep. Okay, question 3. Thank you, Graz. He's got more assists than Xabi Alonso. That's also false.
yeah.
Yes.
There we go. Two for me.
All right. Question 4. He acquired Turkish citizenship while at Fenerbahce. That is true.
Oh, is
Oh,
it?
And finally, his nephew is also a professional footballer in the Premier League. It's
I'm pretty confident.
Alex Iwobi,
Oh.
not Chris Wood, as Jack guessed.
Like, a lot
So,
of skills.
out of that, how did you fare, lads? Andy, how did you do?
I only got 2.
2.
I got
Okay.
2.
I got 3. I'm not back in the game because of how
do I get-
awful the first round was.
Okay, and last but not least, I've recreated a famous football moment or goal in my house using only what's available in my house. Can you name the moment? All
Are we
right.
gonna do a 3, 2, 1 go on it?
Yeah. Okay, and 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, it's loud.
Oh, I've frozen.
Oh no.
Who's Vuvuzelas? Right. Do we send what we think that was to you?
Yeah.
I don't know why he was blind, but I think I know what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what it is.
I think you know.
Yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I don't know why he's blind. I don't get that yet.
Okay. So the answer was, it was Robin van Persie's diving header against Spain in the World Cup, assisted by Daley Blind. Blind.
Right.
So there's a little clue for you there.
Can we get a bonus point for Daily Blind or what?
I think you get at least a half, maybe. But is that?
Oh
it?
yeah, I'll take a half.
Yeah,
I
no, I
mean-
think that is fair play because the clue's good. The clue's good.
So after that, you all got that right though. So the final scores are Jack Townsend with 4, Graham Marshall with 4.
Oh,
And that means this week's champion is Andy Taylor with 7 points.
and maybe and a half.
What?
Finally, it's time to pick up where we left off with our ultimate teams. Each one of us will pick our all-time ultimate team, going from position to position. Somebody's getting a phone call with each passing week.
Buzzing into my house.
Do you have to nip off and get that?
A lot of people buzzing around your house. Buzzing.
Let's start with you, Graz.
Yeah.
Who's your all-time right back?
I'm worried that I'm going to go for one that I think other people might think of. I'm going straight in. Gary Neville.
Oh.
Gary Neville.
Consistent Neville.
He was Mr. Consistent, but it's he had a 10-year career, like over a 10-year career as like first choice England right back as well. It wasn't just his success with Man United, which to be fair was 8 Premier Leagues, like 2 Champions Leagues, 3 FA Cups and 2 League Cups. I mean, when you're talking about medals on a table like we did last week, that's definitely something to look back on.
All right, so Gary Neville is your
Gary
pick,
Neville
Graz,
for me,
yeah?
absolutely. Yeah.
I think that's fair. That's fair. Andy, what's your pick?
I'm going to have to go with Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, I know that's obviously so harsh because unlike all these players that have won stuff, but I mean, like, yeah, to be fair to him, he has already won a Champions League, which is, more than a lot of the right-backs in the Premier League have done.
Yeah.
But in terms of, like, me getting, like, entertained by someone at right-back, I've never been entertained as much as Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Yeah.
In a sense that I'm actually keeping my eye on him during a game to see what he does. He gets it, he sprains 70-yard balls, and it's just some of the best kind of like influence on a game I've ever seen from a fullback. Maybe because actually he's probably better as a midfielder, in truth. And maybe if we'd have seen Beckham at right back, maybe he'd have been doing the same thing. I don't know. But everyone can obviously slate that decision because, in theory, you should be going for someone who's done it for 10, 15 years, and I agree. But in terms of like me getting excited about a fullback, I've never been excited about a right back. I don't think ever. Gary Neville, when Gary Neville got the ball, I wasn't going, oh, what's he going to do with it? I'm just thinking, get rid of it, mate. Play that to Scholesy, or like play that to Beckham. Yeah. So from that perspective, I'm going to go Trent. And the fact that he's only 21 and he's played like 100 times for Liverpool as well. I mean, 100 appearances in the Premier League, essentially. Yeah. We're not talking about a lad who's only just come on the scene. I mean, he has actually been around for a bit.
Interestingly, because I picked both of those players as my options, so there's not really much point. I agree. I think honours-wise, Gary Neville takes it, but in terms of excitement, Trent does it.
Right, well, it sounds like it's 2 votes for Trent and 1 for Gary Neville, but let us know in the comments below who would be your all-time right back. And we've been very Premier League focused in our chats, so it can be anybody in the world of football. So surprise us and let us know. Okay, right, well, now that we've discussed our ultimate teams, it's time to go back to the contentious issue of the mystery word.
I don't think
as
he said
always.
It again.
You think he... well, any guesses as to what it might be before?
I can't... Like I said, I know it was in there, but I don't know the specific word.
Earlier.
You did say it.
Yeah.
Was it salmon?
No, it's Zamboni.
Because Josh knew what it was, and I messaged him privately, and I wasn't going to guess it. I was trying to get Jack to see if he'd notice it.
Well, you can't.
What's going on? This is an absolute scandal. This is an absolute
scandal.
Look what I'm coming up against here. I mean, when I get the word, Graz gets.
I was never going to guess it. He didn't know what it was. No, Josh doesn't know the word. He guessed
but
it.
Say if Andy had said it again, then.
So we were trying to work out if he'd actually heard it, or if it was just like because it was such a long thing.
Does anyone know what a Zamboni is?
It's what they use to like keep the ice rinks or something, like sheen. Like a
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It is not a Saudi Arabian name, but a creative way to try to get in there.
No,
although
it was fair play.
Jack knew something was up, he just didn't know exactly what. It was like something about that name.
But too often in the past weeks no one's called big words. I'm happy enough to know where it was.
It's good to start calling them out again. Yeah,
it was a good call. It was a good call.
It was a great call. Just not good enough.
All right, well, that's all from us this week, folks. Thank you again for joining us on another episode of Dream Team Coach TV. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you again next week.